Okay, so I've tried to do this video live. I had lurkers, as Elle called them. I had lurkers on my site that were watching the video, but when I asked if they could hear me, nobody would speak up and say anything, right? So I am just recording this message. So I've had a couple people reach out to me, and they're having issues on the member side. You guys are paying members. Y'all are having issues with consistently being able to access the videos on the member side. Okay, so and I'm about to, all the past videos that I removed off the public platform, I'm about to make them all accessible to the members. Okay, so now let me tell you what's going on. I'm gonna use code name, like code name Kid Next Door. I'm gonna use the code name Yellow, okay, to refer to the platform that we are currently on right now. Okay, there is about to be a purging off of this platform. Okay, they do not want to keep the readers, and I'm gonna say readers because I don't believe these people are prophets. Okay, they're readers. The readers and divination readers, divination people who are doing these crazy ass readings about the CIA, the FBI. Now, I'm not saying that some of them aren't accurate, okay? They're just telling too much. They're going in too deep, okay? They're disclosing things that is considered by Big Brother to be invasion of let me get this right, what they're saying, how they're saying it. Invasion of privacy when it comes to security of the state and country or some shit like that, okay? And they know that to some of these people, but some of these people are telling the truth. Others of them are not telling the truth, okay? They are embellishing and they're adding extra shit on to get subscribers and numbers in order to get monetization, in order to make more money, okay? The ones who are speaking the truth, you guys, the ones of you that are speaking the truth, but you're not like going overboard with it, you're not being like overly crazy with it, you know, and you're mainly keeping it focused on family, and there are some government agents involved in family situations, y'all will be fine. Like, there's a reader that just popped in my head, and she's dark skinned, she has dreads, and you're fine, sweetheart. Like, you are on point, okay? That's why you go through so much spiritual oppression. And there's a couple other people that I consider of a prophetic status that I would refer to as prophets. They may not be birthed, okay, or like went to school or anything, but I know that they're calling lies and prophecy. So I even though they're not birthed, I still see them as prophets. These witches and warlocks, that it's crazy because they're about to get rid of a lot of these channels that are telling all this truth, okay? But they're not going to stop broadcasting witches doing spells and doing black magic and shit like that. They're not going to block any of them. So a witch can share a spell on a command and compel, or, you know, binding a man or a woman in a relationship, but a spiritualist can't share a message about, you know, underhanded stuff that's going on in certain bureaucracy and certain things like that, okay? So there's about to be a flushing, is what I'm hearing, a purging that's going to take place. And I really, you know, maybe it's just me, I wasn't really concerned about it personally. I didn't think it was going to affect me, and I really don't. But what I'm getting is, I'm seeing with the people who are complaining to me that they can't access my videos, that's a problem for me, because what it's telling me is that there's something or someone doesn't want you to know what's the knowledge that's in those videos, and that's concerning for me, because that's what I'm here to do, to give you what you need to navigate, okay? So this thing called life, so spiritually and physically, okay? So, and you guys know I'm a very private person. My personal life is private, my family is private. Hell, where I live it is about to be private. I'm gonna keep it so 100, okay? Y'all won't, because I will have multiple homes in multiple states, and people will not know which one I'm at. Real talk. In and out of the states, okay? Because of people who are just petty and childish, and really, they just don't know how to, they don't know how to grow up. They don't want to grow up. And I don't, and you know, I'm not here for the people who don't want to grow. I'm here for the people who do. But Yellow is about to make these major changes from now to the end of the year, and you're going to see a ton of tarot reading channels that are their monetization is going to be snatched back. Okay. And it kind of, in a sense, it's kind of fair, because when they're getting up to 100 subscribers talking shit, and it's not all accurate, and it's all bullshit. You know, some, like, I'll say like 75% of it is bullshit. Like, it's for the show. We do it for the gram. We do it for the tube. Like, they're doing it for show. Okay. Those 100,000 subscribers are there for the show. And Yellow knows that, which is why they're getting ready to close some of this shit down. And they don't like certain things being discussed. I've told y'all guys many times that God tells me when to shut my mouth. And when God tells me to shut up, I listen. Why? Because when I was trained in prophet school, I was trained with obedience. A lot of these people who do not understand spiritual law have no obedience, which is why they get online and they have diarrhea of the mouth, and they talk about things that they really need, that God is like, stop saying this, stop sharing it, stop saying where divine masculine is going, stop saying where divine feminine is going, you know, on this public platform. You know, stop talking, because everybody, you know, karmics are looking at these situations, and they know exactly, like, okay, the reader's she's not telling me his name or giving me certain details, but I know my situation, and I know the man I'm with or the woman I'm with, and so I know who the other party is. So if they're giving me confirmation this person is going over here or they're going there, then these karmics are acting a fucking fool. Okay, plain and simple. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, and so this is why God does not like divination tools, because, and I'll keep it real, I don't need divination tools. I've told y'all this many times. When you have the gift of prophecy, you don't need divination tools. We put the tools out because you guys like to see the cards, you like to see the art, you like to see all that stuff, and there's nothing wrong with it on my part. I don't care, because I would have given you the same message with or without the cards. Okay. A lot of us are like that, you know, who are truly working for God to truly help the collective. Okay. So yeah, thank you. They were saying, yeah, because those of you that are working for God, you literally can tell everybody, you could literally write down on a piece of paper what cards are going to come out in the reading, and they will come out. Okay. You know what? That's a good one. I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to do that. I don't have to try it. I think I'm going to do it. Okay. Just to show you how the difference between a reader, okay, and a person who is truly in alignment and working for God. Okay. I got a whole deck in my head. The decks give me pictures. The decks allow me to see images or pictures, and since I relate to the decks I have, they can flash those cards in my head, and I'll know what card they just showed to me. Okay, and I can give you that message. I don't need the deck in front of me. Okay. Sometimes they tell me to change decks because they'll show me a card in my head, and the deck I'm using right now doesn't have that card in it. So they're like, switch decks because this card is going to come out. And then I switch decks and the card comes out, because they're like, yeah, they know what they're doing. Okay. Your spirit guides, your angels, God, his whole hierarchy, the way it's set up, he knows what he's doing. But there's a lot of people who don't understand spiritual law. And if you don't understand spiritual law, you just come out here running your mouth with diarrhea of the mouth, and you end up sabotaging not only yourself, but you're sabotaging you're sabotaging yourself, and you're sabotaging your brothers and sisters' movement forward. There's a reader on YouTube right now. What I'm hearing is she has a divine masculine that is trying to get back to her. Okay, but he's not ready to get back to her just yet. He's working on himself, and he's working on he's still in a toxic relationship with a woman, okay, with another woman. But every time this woman goes online to do a reading, in the reading for his sign, her sign, and the karmic sign, she's literally telling their story to the point that she's literally telling what the masculine is going to do next. So every time the masculine plans to go left, this bitch goes online and does a reading and tells everything this masculine's about to do. And then the karmic goes over to her sign that the same reader does and sees if it lines up with his, and then goes over to her sign and see if it lines up with hers. And then she knows exactly what he's going to do, and she does something to block it. Whether it's manipulation, sex, money, she does, or going to family members and turning family members against, him moving in certain that. She knows what she's doing. She's blocking shit. And this reader is literally pissed off because this masculine has not chosen to be with her. But the problem is, if you keep on reading everything that this man is doing, how the hell is he supposed to get to you? You're giving out too much information, sis. You're giving out too much information. And that's the problem online. So I'm gonna, and not only that, I know for a fact that they're gonna be pulling away monetization from a lot of people, okay? And so I'm gonna move over to Patreon, and I'm gonna be doing my member, and what I will do is I will do my member readings over on Patreon, and I may even use YouTube to do it, okay? But you will access them from Patreon, okay? I'm not doing, in other words, I'm not going to do the members program on the YouTube side anymore, okay? I just, I want to prepare for the new season that's coming in. It's 11 minutes and 55 seconds as I said that, and it's just time, okay? It's time, all right? Those of us who are truly working for God, we got to be careful what we put out to the public, man. We got to. And a lot of people who are just have diarrhea of the mouth. Oh, a smoothie would be good. No, I got fruit in the house. I'll do it in the house. I got watermelon and everything else. I just got yellow watermelon yesterday at Whole Foods. But yeah, so, okay. So just, go ahead and, look for that soon. I'm going to be shutting down the members probably as of this, month. Before the end of the month, I'll be shutting it down here and moving it over to Patreon. Okay. And when we get and then I will be doing, and then what I will do is I will do my full readings over on Patreon. Okay. And then, and I will be doing my lives over on Patreon. And then I will take those videos like I did with the signs, the mid-monthly signs, and I will cut them in half and put the other halves on YouTube. I gotta be honest with you, because, the Ghetto Nun did this. She did this. Shout out to the Ghetto Nun. She did this, and she was right. She was absolutely right in doing it. There's just certain shit that we cannot put out we just can't share certain stuff, So, and I'm getting, actually, I feel like I was led to do this previously, but I didn't do it because it was easier. It was just easier to stay on the yellow platform, the one that we're currently on. It was just easier to have everything combined and everything here. But now with the changes and the technological differences and stuff, it's just it may be a little bit more work, but that's all right. That's what my assistant is for, and we will work together, and we will make sure that we get everything done, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so I just had to share that with you guys. So those of you who I'm gonna print out a sheet of how long you've been with me, because I've had people on my member channel for like 24 months. Y'all have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna print out a sheet of how long you've been with me, and when you move, and then when I get the tier set up over, because they might be, when I get the tiers set up on the Patreon side, I don't know how that works, but I'm going to be looking at it today. I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to acknowledge those people who have been members with me the longest, okay? And I don't know, they said send out a gift. Yeah, they said send out a gift to you guys. So I don't know. I'm going to go over to my member side and I'm going to look at those of you who have been with me consistently. It shows me total how many months you've been with me. I think even if you leave and rejoin, it still grandfathers and shows all of it. So I'm just going to do something where I just acknowledge you guys before we move over to Patreon. And I love you. You know, I really do love you. I am sending out, those of you who have monthly subscriptions, I am sending those out today. The products for the monthly subscription, you guys know I choose something each month. So the products going out this month is called Arabica Saldager, and I will explain that to you when you get them, for those of y'all that have the subscription and products. Okay, is that right? Arabica, Saldager. I think that's how it's said. All right, that's what they just told me they want me to do. All right, so that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to share with you. All right, I love you. And I am members today. We're going to complete the other 6 signs. So I will see you on the member side today as we complete those other 6 signs. All the readings that are on YouTube will be accessible on Patreon, because apparently when I move over to Patreon, I should be able to give access to my YouTube channel videos that were previously made to the Patreon side, to the people on Patreon. So you'll be able to see them the same way you see them over here. You'll be able to see all the member ones over there too. Okay, and all the ones I'm going to give you guys. All right. So I love you guys, and yeah, all right, it's time to change, it's time to grow, it's time to do the things that we know that we need to do. Okay, and our safety, when you love yourself and you know who you are, you will take the precautions to make sure that you're going to be okay, and that's what I'm doing. All right, so I love you guys. Bye.